Another live edition of Ksports Sunday for Mother's Day, May 10th, 2009. I'm Andrew Ramsey. Today is a ginormous day in Boston sports, with all three teams in action tonight, including two crucial playoff showdowns. But first, let's take you to Fenway Park yesterday afternoon. In the first inning, with a full count and a man on, here's Evan Longoria. He takes it deep to center field. Going back is Jacoby Ellsbury, but he's not getting out, and that is deep into the seats in center field. His 11th home run of the year for Evan Longoria. It's a two-run home run. Here in the bottom of the second with a 1-0 count, it's Rocco Baldelli. It's 2-0 Tampa Bay, but then it's 2-1. Rocco Baldelli fights his back pain, gets his first home run of the year, his first as a member of the Red Sox, and his first against the Rays. Things go from bad to worse as Pat Burrell, two-run single scoring Crawford and Longoria, makes it 7-1 rather. And Lester would give up one more hit before being lifted by Red Sox manager Terry Francona. He goes 4 1/3, gives up 7 runs. But it's not all bad news. Here's Julio Lugo looking good in the batter's box. He hits his first home run of the season to deep left field, up and over everything. But the Red Sox eventually fall 14-5 in a Saturday afternoon blowout. The Sox will get a chance tonight to bounce back and take the series with Josh Beckett on the mound Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. The Rays will counter with Red Sox killer Matt Garza. Garza has notched a 1.37 ERA and is a perfect 5-0 in his last 6 starts against the Boston Red Sox, 2 of those coming in last year's American League Championship Series. Meanwhile, it's win or go home time down on Causeway Street with the Bruins taking on the Carolina Hurricanes, facing a 3-1 series deficit. The Bruins have trailed 3-1 21 times in franchise history and have never been able to advance. And the Celtics will try to avoid going down 3-1 tonight in Orlando, taking on the Magic in a crucial Game 4. Guard Rafer Alston will be back on the floor tonight for the Magic after serving his 1-game suspension, but Celtics captain Paul Pierce is still confident that his team can make the right adjustments.
We've been a team that's been fighting back all year, and I had total confidence in us this Sunday. I think we just got to make minor adjustments and understand that, hey, we're on the road. We can't expect to get calls. I thought that kind of frustrated us, too, that we didn't get to the line as much as we like to, and we let them get out on the break. But, this team, I know this team will be ready for Sunday to bounce back and get home court advantage back.
Elsewhere in the NBA, the Houston Rockets, without big man Yao Ming, are crushing the Lakers 65-48 early in the third quarter. And on the ice, the Ducks and Red Wings are just underway in a 2-2 series. And as we close out the final round of the Players' Championship at TPC Sawgrass, it's Henrik Stenson holding a 1-shot lead over the Pack, and Tiger Woods 4 shots back through 8 holes. But obviously, the biggest story of this week happened off the field, with ex-Boston Red Sox slugger Manny Ramirez receiving a 50-game suspension for violating the Major League Baseball drug policy. For more on this topic, we go to a special commentary from YSA founder and president Jimmy Young. Jimmy?
Thanks, Andrew. Hi, I'm Jimmy Young, founder of YSA. Well, another week and another Major League Baseball player busted for performance-enhancing drugs. This time, though, it's Manny Ramirez, former Red Sox World Series MVP and current LA Dodgers outfielder. Now, Ramirez has always been a little off, so I think we all suspected Manny was on something, but performance-reducing drugs, maybe, but performance-enhancing drugs? I mean, if any athlete had an altered state of consciousness, it always was Manny Ramirez. No matter what, though, we all kind of suspected something about Manny just wasn't right. He'll always be remembered as one of the greatest right-handed hitters of our generation. Now he will be tainted for life. This past week, Ramirez tested positive for a female fertility drug similar to Clomid that is designed to balance the estrogen level in humans who are coming off a cycle of steroids. Well, Ramirez received a 50-game suspension and will lose $7.7 million in salary and will not appeal the punishment. So I ask you, when will it end? When will athletes stop trying artificial means to take their performance to a different level? The answer is probably never, because the toughest thing for an athlete to come to grips with their own mortality. When the mind says go and the body says, are you kidding me? No! You want me to do what? Who do you think you are? Or more specifically, how young do you think you are? That's when athletes turn to drugs, looking for something to keep them sharp, in the lineup, or heal quicker. It is human nature to try and fix things, but when the best athletes feel like they have to fix their ability to stay in the game at the highest levels, they are cheating themselves, their fans, and their employers. And nobody wins at that game. I'm Jimmy Young for YSA Sports. Now, back over to Back Talk and the host, Marcus Jackson. Marcus?
Thanks, Jimmy. Hi, everyone. I'm Marcus Jackson, and welcome to Ksports Live Sunday on Back Talk. I'm here with Alex Friedgood and Andrew Ramsey. First topic that Jimmy touched on was Manny Ramirez testing positive for a banned substance. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, first of all, Marcus, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. But back to the topic, Manny Ramirez. I think this is really a bonehead move for anyone. Not just a star slugger, maybe like Alex Rodriguez or a Manny Ramirez. For anybody to take performance-enhancing drugs is just stupid in my mind because, sure, you may get, quote-unquote, instant offense or you may get an instant production boost, but later on in life, it's going to shorten your life. You can have kidney failure. It can cause a lot of problems later on in life. So, my first reaction is, what are you doing, Manny?
And it also affects your love life. Just to point that one out.
All right, let's not get into that.
Yeah. All right, so then Manny Ramirez, I think it was a really dumb decision. It's going to really hurt the Dodgers in the season. Yeah, it's only 50 games, but
those are important games.
Yeah, it's still, that's almost 1/3 of the season.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a bonehead move, and the Giants are like, yes, I bet they're happy, and so does anybody in the division. And anybody who's going to end up playing the Dodgers in those 50 games.
Mm-hmm. All right, next topic. Moving on to the Bruins, who are now down to the Carolina Hurricanes.
Carolina
Hurricanes.
They beat the Canadians
3-1. They beat the Canadians 3-1. Why do you think this is happening? I mean, the Bruins were the 1 seed.
Alex, I'm going to steal your point. I'm going to say Cam Ward, and the fact that the Carolina Hurricanes have outskated the Bruins. They've just out-hustled them. Plus, there's just the playoff experience factor because not too long ago, as many hockey fans will remember, Carolina Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup.
And that was with Cam Ward as the goalie, rookie year. Now, I think it's the Bruins have been non-existent in any of these games. The whole team hasn't been playing at all, except for Tim Thomas. He's been trying his best. But when you don't have anybody in front of you helping you out, you're going to get a lot of shots and a lot of great chances by the Carolina Hurricanes. Chara, non-existent. Michael Ryder was amazing in the beginning of the series, the first game, and the Canadian series, non-existent.
He looks burnt out.
Yeah, and the Bruins cannot break it out, and with Carolina putting so much pressure on them, they just can't get it together to work as a team.
Carolina's just pinning them in their own zone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On to the next team that shares the Boston Garden. The Boston Celtics are now down 2-1 against the Orlando Magic. Why do you think they're in this hole? I mean, they did tie the season series 2-2, but now they're down by 1 game. Why do you think this is happening to the Celtics?
Partially because the Celtics right now are badly plagued by injuries. They've lost a lot of depth, especially at the power forward position. They lose all-star Kevin Garnett, and they lose Leon Poe. Quack, quack, quack. But I think Eddie House has been the key to why maybe the Celtics aren't down 3 games right now.
Yeah. Eddie House has been on fire in these playoffs. More than 1 game, perfect behind the line, and just his percentage for just regular jump shots has been off the charts. I mean, he just really pulled it together with the absence of James Posey that helped them win the finals last year. He's really understood that he needs to step up in order to bring the Celtics to the next level.
Also, it's sloppy defense.
Yeah,
it is sloppy defense.
And Paul Pierce has not been there.
He's non-existent.
Yeah, he hasn't been there for the Celtics when they've needed him. You've got 2 of the three great players of the Celtics not there. And now Eddie House is trying to fill the shoes of Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. And I think he's a great player, but I just don't think he can do that all at once.
That's the problem because
Perk and Ray Allen show.
One positive is that Dwight